Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday service. I am Tamu Davidson, Science of Mind practitioner, and really it is a joy to welcome you today. Even though it is really a hot Sunday, it is a beautiful Sunday. And so we will be looking at higher, deeper love. Love lifts us up where we belong today. So for those who are here in person and those who are in the virtual world of online, wherever you are, thank you for joining us today. However, I'm going to just invite the persons in the sanctuary just to remember that we need to keep our cell phones on what? Silence. So just check on it to make sure it is on silence or vibrating if as another option. But at this time, I'm going to invite you to stand for our joy song as we're going to sing Rejoice in the Lord Always. And we're going to invite Reverend John.
Round again.
No round again?
No,
okay.
No,
so just stand for us, please, this morning.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. This side start.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say
This side. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Yes.
Okay, so remain standing for our next joy song, which is I Love Myself So Much. Myself so much. I love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. I love myself so much. That I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. Yes, I love myself so much. That I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. So much.
One more time.
That I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. You may be seated. And at this time, we will open with our informative prayer. So just take a deep breath wherever you are, here in the sanctuary or in the virtual space. And we're knowing that God's love that love, we're one with that love of God. And that God love operates in and through us today. As we go through our service today, we will feel that love wherever we are, right here in the sanctuary, right here in the virtual world. Whether you're watching this not live, you feel this love today, as it is love that turns up, shows up as us today through our message. And through this love you take with it to your communities, to your families. As you leave today, you will take that and experience through the message. And so we're knowing as God's love operates as us and through us, we know this to be the so, and we release it to the law of mind for action, knowing that this is so, and so it is. And so at this time, I'm going to invite you to stand for our prosperity affirmation. I live in a world that is filled with God's abundance. I now claim that as my own. The riches of the universe are open to me, and I partake of them in wisdom and joy. All my affairs are under the law of prosperity. Increase good flow to me from all directions and through all people. There is no lack of my consciousness, for God's ideas fill my thoughts and all its riches and opulence. I am orderly in all my ways. I am loving, kind, and gracious. I speak this day in terms of abundance. I expect increased prosperity to take place in my world, for I know that God's activity is alive in my affairs. I now give thanks that the riches of God are mine to use and enjoy in right ways. And so it is. At this time, I'm going to invite you to be seated. And as we go into this silence, I want you to just take a deep breath and close your eyes. And if you're in a virtual space, if you're traveling or moving where you can't do that, just reflect. And let us take a deep breath in and out. In and out. open your eyes. Just feel that love. God, love of God. Okay, so at this time, we're going to light this candle for youth. And of course, we have to bless our youth. I'm looking around to see, yes, we have a young man, we have some young people up here. I'm going to just invite them up here at this time for their blessing. Yes, come on up. I see a young person right at the back there. Yes, come on up. You're all welcome to be here. Yes, I just want to, if it's your first time here, we just invite you up
Hi,
here
guys.
as we do our blessing. Yes.
Love the shirt.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, who's going to just stand on there? Brilliant. Isn't this wonderful? All right. And we are going to say, and I want the congregation to say this as well, and we're going to look at them, and we're just going to bless them. There is one life. That life is my life now.
Life is my life now.
Divine intelligence guides, uplifts, and nurtures all beings,
Uplifts and nurtures all beings,
especially the youth,
especially the youth,
who are the promise of a new world.
who are the promise of a new world.
May all youth worldwide
May all youth worldwide
walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence.
walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence.
And
so
so it is. Right? Thank you. Look at that beauty and our future. Isn't it wonderful? At this time, I'm going to invite you to stand for the Temple of Light anniversary song. I think our temple singers will help to get us on tune and going for this exciting new song.
We celebrate the truth we know, that we're a temple not built with hands. Still we gather and worship here, so everyone understands. We are the temple of light, the temple of light, a beacon for all to see. More than 4 decades, going strong, living proof of divine legacy. We honor those who came before and laid this great foundation. strong, living proof of divine legacy. We are the temple of light, the temple of light, a beacon for all to see. More than 4 decades, going strong, living proof of divine legacy. Living proof of divine legacy. Living proof of divine legacy.
That blessing came from our own practitioner, Steve, who wrote this for us. I think that deserves a Louis Bennett applause. It is just fabulous. Fabulous. And so at this time, we're going to, yes, go into the affirmative prayer for love. And let's start. God's love. God's love, that love surrounds me. In that love I safely dwell. 'Tis above, beneath, within me. God is mine, and all is well. God's love, pure love. God is love, sweet love. That love is mine, mine, and all is well. God is peace. Let's see. God is peace. And peace surrounds me. In that peace I sweetly dwell. 'Tis above, beneath, within me. Peace is mine, and all is well. God is peace, your peace. God is peace, sweet peace. That peace is mine, mine, and all is well. So we're knowing that this peace of God, God's peace and God's love radiate, emanate through each and every one of us. We are one with that source. And we're knowing that God unfolds as peace, as love in each and every aspect of our lives. We know this to be the truth, and we release this to law of mind for action, and so it is. God is love, your joy surrounds me. In that joy I can dwell.
Peace above, beneath, within me. Joy is mine, and all is well. God is joy, your joy. God is joy, sweet joy. That joy is mine, mine, and all is well.
And we're knowing the joy of God. The joy of God is one source. We are one with that joy. As we tap into that joy today, that joy unfolds as us. And everyone who comes in contact us feels this joy. As love, peace, joy continues to unfold. And we know this to be the truth, and we release this to the law of mind for action, knowing that this is so, and so it is. And so at this time, I'm going to invite you to stand again for our first hymn, Love Lifted Me. And remember that the act of standing, as it is an act of joy, love, and peace. It's also exercise, physical activity. And as you move and as you sing out loud, feel that body. We're really loving that body. I was searching all about, seeking for life and peace, thinking there would fall without, still I could find no peace. But the Christ who dwells in me heard my despairing cries, set my seat outside of me, for here am I. Love lifted me, love lifted me from thoughts of doubt and strife. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me. With Christ eternal life, love lifted me. All my heart to Him I give, ever to Him I cling. In His presence live, ever His praises sing. Love so mighty and so strong, there is my soul's best song. Faithful love in service to Him belong. Love lifted me, love lifted me from thoughts of doubt and strife. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me. With Christ eternal life, love lifted me. Spirit songs everywhere, waiting for us. Yours within is there, treasures of earth unfold. Yours we have let us carefully, knowing that we're building on eternity. Love lifted me, love lifted me from thoughts of darkness light. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me. In blessed love lifted me. You may be seated. As love lifted us, without any further ado, I just want to introduce our Reverend Dr. John Scott, who was a former senior minister here at the Temple of Light, was a practitioner, had his journey through, this truth movement for many, many years, and is now, I don't like to use the word retired, I'm not sure
Rewired.
Huh?
Rewired.
Rewired, yes. He's definitely rewired. And we have the pleasure of, in the mornings, listening to his thoughts and wisdoms. So, you should also check that out on Facebook. But we know him as a dynamic Reverend John Scott. Some of you also may know him like me. I know him as Uncle Reverend John Scott. You see, I'm paying homage to him. And I also know him as my teacher, as he would have been a mentor and also helped to get myself and many other practitioners to the point of being and unfolding spiritually within the truth movement. So without any further ado, let us just invite Reverend Dr. John Scott to talk to us today and bring his message, Love will lift us up where we belong. Please give him a Louise Bennett applause. Not ordinary, yes.
Thank you, Tamu. Morning, family. Family abroad and family abroad. It is a joy to add my own words of welcome and just to look out and know that the love is lifting us all up to where we really belong, eh? Beside each other. This morning as I was driving to church with my dear family friend Valerie, who is here with us in the audience, welcome Val, she said, you know me, I just like when the love circulate. And I can feel it when I come into this sanctuary. I can feel the love circulating. And I want to just thank you for having made the decision to be with us in person or online this morning, because you could have, I gave Valerie the option of staying at home and watching it online, and she said, no, I'm coming, I'm going there. So, be there too. It was a hot, humid October morning in 1956. And I awakened at about 4 o'clock with lightning and thunder, one of them real October rain. You know October rain? I was born in a rainy month, that's why I think I love rain so much. And my heart just filled with dread at the thought that that rain might continue all through the day, as it is wont to do sometimes, and not only ruin my 13th birthday party for that evening, but also drown my burgeoning and budding attempts to win the heart of what I thought was the most beautiful creature I had ever seen in my whole life, a 15-year-old ballet student at the Madame Suey School of Ballet. So there was to be a Christmas concert, and love biting me, I decided to audition for the role of Prince Charming in this, to play next to my lady love. Well, I was successful at the audition, but instead of being cast in the role of Prince Charming, I was cast in the role of one of the ugly stepsisters. I'll deal with you later, Reverend Michael. Well, my chagrin at having to not only play next to my lady love in drag, but also, face the gauntlet of a boys' school, Jamaica College, as a ballet dancer in a skirt. That chagrin was healed quickly because Madame Suey asked this little lady, to help me to learn a few steps on point, in point shoes, so that, it would be part of the whole comic thing. And in those one-on-one lessons, before or after ballet school, our friendship grew. Now, my rival for her heart, her hand, or whatever, was a football star at Jamaica College, my alma mater. And he had invited her to watch him play football the same afternoon of my birthday party. But remember, rain was falling when I wake up 4 o'clock, But joy of joys, she responded positively to my handwritten invitation and said she would be there. So, my heart was in my mouth. You can imagine the expectation. This is a milestone in many, many different ways. Well, at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my mother suggested to my father that he take me for a walk so I could rehearse my speech, my talk, for the party later on. I think she really wanted to get me out of her hair so she could get on with the preparations for said party. And Dad walked we walked, and I rehearsed. And on the way back, I was counting every bloody storm cloud. Could hardly look down to see where I was going. And when we almost reached home, I said to Daddy, "What a lot of them, eh?" And he said, "What a lot of what, son?" And I said, "Storm clouds." And he said, "Johnny, look behind you." And I do so. And behind me was a perfect rainbow arching across the afternoon sky. Perfect, from end to end. I said, "Damn it, Dad." Darn it, Dad. How did I miss that? He said, "You missed it because you were focused on the storm clouds." Friends, we're all focused on storm clouds, aren't we, sometimes? The storm clouds of broken relationships or dreams denied. The storm clouds of resentment because we have been hurt by people whom we thought should have loved us more than that. The storm clouds of doubt, am I good enough? The storm clouds of will I ever find love, or will love ever find me? But beyond those clouds, there is always what? A rainbow. A rainbow of possibility. The rainbows that take us beyond the self-doubt and the questioning of why and why me, to the understanding that we are held by a love so precious, so beautiful, so deep, that we can only stand in awe at the majesty, beauty, and might of the divine power and presence, expressing as each one of us and calling us by name. Just think about that the infinite invisible, the divine presence and power that created us out of itself, knew you before you even knew yourself. Wow. And friends, there's a sequel to that ballerina story, Remember I told you the rival for my lady love was footballer, Well, one afternoon, our literature teacher at JC was also the sports master. And I had been going to rehearsals for this Christmas pageant, the Cinderella pageant, for many weeks. And one afternoon at the close of class, he said, "Scott, how come I'm not seeing you at football practice?" Well, I had taken an excuse from my parents to the headmaster, but evidently he never got the memo. And before I could answer him, my rival said, "Oh, that's because he goes to ballet, sir." What? And as the class guffawed, I held my breath and braced for the roasting that I knew was coming. This is a boys' school, He said, "We have a ballet dancer in our midst." You know how long I've been looking for somebody to teach this football team a little coordination? Scott, can you meet us on a Saturday evening in the gym and give these boys some exercise? They need to strengthen their core and their coordination. What you said to that? Now, in the Jamaican school system, I don't know if you know, but it's like the English school system where schools are divided into houses, which you kind of belong to for the entire length of your school career. And houses compete against each other based on academics and sports and good behavior. My house never did so well on good behavior, thanks to me. But also thanks to me, my house won the football cup that term. And love for a fair lady and football practice lifted me from being an ugly stepsister to the Prince Charming of the lower school at Jamaica College in the 50s. The part was a great success, and I have till today, and I'm wearing it, a tiny key lapel pin that my fair lady gifted me on my 13th birthday. My friends,
Sometimes when we don't get the roles we want in life, and we get what we think we don't deserve, what we do get can really be an exciting invitation to conscious co-creation with our fellow human beings of a world that is love-filled and meaningful for everybody, without judgment. You know, the master teacher, Yeshua, otherwise known as Jesus, bid us and gave us a new commandment to love one another. He never said love who is in your tribe and love who you and them move good. He never said love who love your politics, or love who loves the way you love, or love those who have as much money as you. He just said, what did he say? Love one another. That's a new commandment, you know, it supersedes all the other commandments and above all the other laws and prophets. Love one another. And when you do, it lifts you up to a higher octave, a vibration so pure, so holy, so perfect, that you begin to heal. Heal the resentments, heal the shadow of the storm clouds that some of us have lived under for years. You know, I just have a friend who said, John, I have a friend who has just come back to Jamaica from having migrated years ago, and she needs somebody to bless our house. Can I give her your number? I said, sure. So the person called me. They have just come back home. And for the first 15 minutes of our discussion, I got a litany of how awful customs is, getting back into Jamaica is, all the trouble they have had resettling. And I said, just tell me one thing. Just one thing that is good about your coming home. She said, well, I got to bring in my dog. It's a Rottweiler. I want you to bless him too when you're blessing the house. I said, I can bless your dog and your puss and anything else that need blessing. I won't go there. So, you see, friends, if we keep looking for the storm clouds, life gives us more. Because there are always going to be storm clouds. But can we look for the rainbow? Can we look for that silver lining behind every cloud and know that in all weather conditions in our lives, the up days, the down days, the days when we get up and instead of saying, good morning, God, we say, good God, morning. Morning. Can we know that there is for us a blessing so awesome, so pure, so beautiful, that it can fill our lives and in fact fill every cell and atom and organ and system and function of our body temples, so that we can heal everything that is unlike God's love in our lives and in our affairs. So I have an assignment for you. You know, you'll never get away. You'll always have an assignment. Your assignment this week: dedicate just 5 minutes each day to simply being still and allowing yourself to feel the presence of love. And the way to do it is to breathe in for 4, hold your breath for 6, and breathe out for 8. Evidently, when you have a longer exhale than an inhale, and you hold the breath, it resets your central nervous system and your vagus nerve and all the other nerves that are looking for the storm clouds. So just sit and feel. Generate the feeling of love at the center of your being. Secondly, infuse a recurring annoyance with love. You know, if you have something that has been irking you, when you encounter something frustrating like traffic or a long line or somebody who gets on your last nerve, infuse it with love. And just simply think love at that situation or that person. It's very simple. You don't have to say anything. Just say, God loves you and so do I. Just say it in your heart. And thirdly, daily identify the rainbow amid any storm clouds in your day and make a note in your journal. I hope everybody within the sound of my voice keeps a journal. The research has just shown that, and not on your tablet or in your phone, handwrite it. There is a neurological link between writing and rightting. And when you write by hand, remember when those of you that are in my age group, remember the exercise book with the double lines, and you had to do cursive. Was very good in, I don't know what the youngsters are going to do because them is only, yes. So write, make an effort, just if it's even 2 sentences in a notebook. Put the date and just write, today's rainbow. Somebody let me in the traffic. It don't have to be anything big, You will be amazed to know the more you look out for the love appearing in your life, the deeper and wider and higher will your love lift you. Deal or no deal? So my friends, Ernest Holmes, who gave the world this great teaching known as the science of mind, writes, and I quote, "We all have our own fears, our doubts, and our anxieties." Those are the storm clouds, eh? He continues, "And above and behind these, we all have something else. Something we didn't put there, an inward voice, the voice of God within us. And we are all searching after this something, not knowing it is within us all. This something that can make us whole as individuals and bring us together in a community of spirit." End of quote. And practitioner Steve Golding and I like to say, instead of community, we call it a common unity of spirit. When we meet here on a Sunday or online, we are in a common unity of God's love, God's inclusiveness, God's wholeness, holiness, and truth. And this is why it is so important to bring your consciousness just once a week to share with people of like mind and like heart your consciousness of divine love that can lift you up to higher and higher octaves of loving and being loved. In August 2027, Centers for Spiritual Living will celebrate 100 years of this teaching at our annual conference at Asilomar in California. That's where Ernest Holmes actually taught over many years. So next year, the 100th anniversary is going to be back at Asilomar. And I just think it will be wonderful. Start saving from now. You'll hear more about the conference. It's in August next year, but you'll hear more about it. But start saving. I think it will be ONEDERFUL, wonderful, if a large contingent of Science of Mind members, friends, family, journeyed to Asilomar for that 100th anniversary and taking with us our one love consciousness to our world, and they really need it. I'm not saying anything political, but we need to take the love. So, I had once said, well, I'm reluctant to go north for the time being, but I changed my mind. We need to carry the love that we are right there. So just think about joining us at Asilomar next year in August to celebrate the science of mind and spirit. For you see, we are called as a community, my friends, to embody collective care, extending compassion to each other and support across all boundaries. And although there are storm clouds, let us look for the rainbow that can lift us to higher and higher realms of God's love. And as God's love lifts us up to where we really belong, we will manifest a future that resonates with our highest aspirations, not just for the Temple of Light and for Jamaica, but for all humanity. And with that, I leave you with the immortal words, one love, my friends, one love.
Wasn't that inspiring? Wasn't that an inspiration? I think we can do another round of applause. Louise Bennett, applause. One love, one heart. At this time, we are going to invite up our musical item. We're going to have, no, So over.
Odell, I think.
Odell,
Odell,
yes.
Odell.
Yes. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Cyrus up Odell.
Yes.
Lift us up. Tamu.
Wow. Woo. Wow, wonderful, wonderful,
We have to
wonderful.
have a dance party.
Yes, I heard the dance band. And so we were, the message reminding us to look at the rainbow in the storm. There's always a rainbow. The message about divine purpose, divine road, that everything that happens is unfolding as it should. I think there's a big message coming from today. And, especially the example of the coach, you're anticipating that, the coach is going to say something which is completely different. So the mindset, the shift of the mindset, reminding us, as Reverend Dr. John reminding us. And then the music unfolded to uplift us to that place and consciousness. And so with that, we're going to stand for the prayer. We're in that consciousness for our center. So stand as we say the prayer for our center. The Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes in contact with it in any way. The light of Christ illumines our center, our environment. Our spirit community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly on the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, and unfoldment. And right. We are blessed. And to God
be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is.
So at this time, we're going to do our love offering blessing. And so we're going to just invite you just to take your love offering wherever you are. So if you're going to donate online, just to hold this in consciousness as we say, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive, be thou fruitful, increase, and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch. Replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father, and so it is. All right, at this time, I'm just going to invite you just to remain standing. We'll go into our second hymn, Love Changes Everything. And at that time, you may come up and share your love offering blessing.
Love changes everything, hands and faces, purpose high. Love changes everything, how you live and how you shine. Love can make the summer fly, and the night seems like a lifetime. Yes, love changes
it's my pleasure to share with you a few announcements of our exciting program that we have for you. And first up, I would just like to remind us about our spiritual mind healing service, And the upcoming service is this Tuesday, June 30th at 6 p.m. with our dear Reverend Michael. And so we want you to join us. You can join us live on YouTube. You can join us on Zoom Live. And you can also tune in to see the video on YouTube after. And it's a lovely period where, you can also, being treated to a talk for that evening, but also if you need any prayers or spiritual mind treatments, you can join us on Tuesday. And then, of course, we have our labyrinth walk right to my left, right outside. And even after church, you can visit and check it out. But we have our labyrinth walk every Wednesday, on Wednesday, first Wednesday. And this first Wednesday is July 1st at 5:30 p.m. So join us for a meditative walk dedicated to peace and love. And after church, if you're unable to join us, please check out the labyrinth and you're free to walk the labyrinth. Of course, join us with Stuart Maxwell, who is doing the Tai Chi. He's a Tai Chi master. And that's every Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. for a small contribution of $2,000 per person. So come on out if you're able to at that time to join us. And then, of course, we have exciting 45th anniversary, celebration. We're 45 years old. Can you believe that? That's a new, when we look at 45, that's young, but I think that is, we can say we're now in the older adult, almost, category, if I'm going to use our age range, but 45, can you imagine? The science of mind is 100 and we're 45. So it means that we were really game changers, really setting the trend in Jamaica, in really getting this movement going. And so, first Sunday colors will be, so that's next week Sunday, are sapphire blue and iris. So come on out in your colors. And then we will be also honoring the founder. So as part of our 45th anniversary celebration that will kick off on Sunday, the 5th of July, we're honoring our founder, Reverend Dr. Elmer Lumsdale. Remember to send your gratitude testimonials by Friday, the 3rd of July. And the instructions are the request to just create your own special video. The video shouldn't be longer than, I think, a minute, if that long. So I'm going to encourage persons who may be here in the sanctuary, listening online, live, or may tune in later to send your video. Very important aspect of our celebration. And of course, we are having exciting, as usual, our annual Family Fun Day at Bamboo Beach Club. So, yes, there's still time to get your tickets. It's on Saturday, the 11th of July in Trelawney, and it's just a contribution of $12,900 for adults, $9,500 for children, and this includes food, transportation, as part of this package. Not to be missed. It's always very, very exciting. And then, of course, we just want to say, if you wish to support our ministry financially, we have a payment option available for you in Jamaican and U.S. donations at this donate.templeoflightcsl.org. And you just want to really, really, really thank you for your contribution all, throughout the year, whether in cash or in kind. This is one of the heartbeats of this temple that keeps us going for 45 and will keep us going for 45 years longer. And of course, prayer support is available from Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. And so you can also speak with a practitioner at the number 494-9000 as well for prayers. So at this time, I would just like to really acknowledge our team here that works behind the scenes to make our Sunday service happen today. But I just want to also mention that I would like to congratulate all the parents and the young persons who may have done PEP, right? The PEP examination. You may have gotten the results. I've seen a lot of exciting sharing around the PEP. So if you are a parent or a relative of someone who's done PEP, we just want to say congratulations. We also have quite a few of our young persons that would have graduated from high school. Yes, and I know there's graduation also from basic and prep school. We want to congratulate them. And I'll take this privilege of congratulating anyone here graduated this year who is in honors. Yeah. Abby, right? So beyond Abigail, yes, so we want to congratulate Abigail. She graduated from the best high school, of course, St. Andrews, or Andrews High School for Girls. I'm the proud Andrews girl, but of course, all schools are wonderful. So I just want to say congratulations to our young people as they go and unfold through this journey, which is exciting and rewarding, can be so exciting and rewarding. And we are all here to support you through that journey. So just remember, we're here for you. We're family. So I'd like to just acknowledge Kay Moody, who created our beautiful floral arrangements in honor of her son, Bobby, together with Kay and Celia Jackson from the International Proxy Parents, who produced this perfect arrangement for last Sunday service, for this Sunday. And so I want to say thank you. So give them a round of applause. It is really fabulous. And this gift of love. And of course, our musicians. Yes, please give them a round of applause. A fabulous job. And our tech team that ensures the message is shared. Please give them a round of applause. And for, the team that continues to share the information via Facebook, and for those who helped to prepare the slides for this morning. And I'd like to really thank Hospitality, who is preparing a scrumptious meal for us to share and network amongst ourselves. So please join us after service for more fellowship and networking. And of course, I see Christine. Do we have, yes, come on up, Christine, thank you. Okay, and so of course, as you know, with Team Spirit, we continue to work together. So also, I would just finally like to then just see who in the audience is here with us for the very, very first time. I'd like to welcome you. So can you please stand for us? Anyone here for the very first time? Right. And then I'd like to acknowledge Elaine Horton, who is also Andrews. Yes, yes. Yes, we do remember you from those days. Yes. Thank you. And so at this time, I'd like to just finally acknowledge our ushers who are here on both sides, please give them a round of applause. They've been welcoming you in. And really, without them, they're such an important, critical part. So if you are not here, I haven't seen any new ones here in the sanctuary. For those who are online and maybe you're new to us, if you're here in Jamaica, pop in to our Temple of Light where you can get a welcome package. We would also love to see you one day coming into the sanctuary. So just remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our social media, Instagram and Facebook. So at this time, before we go into our blessing of our love offering and closing prayer, I just want to remind you that we really appreciate your blessings and your contribution, and you can do that online at donate.templeoflightcsl.org and share your love offering at on that platform, which can be done in both Jamaican and US. So at this time, I'm inviting Reverend Dr. John Scott, or Uncle Reverend John Scott, up to the podium. Thank you.
Just put your hand on your heart for a moment. This will be much shorter than that. We allow the love to flow out from our heart center, where God is enthroned in perpetual splendor, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate every single person upon this land. And beyond our shores, the Caribbean, and beyond that, the whole world, and beyond that, the cosmos, full of the grace, the beauty, and the truth of the cosmic Christ. We bless all who have given of their time, their talent, and their treasure, so this Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living may continue its assignment at this time, for we have come for a time such as this. We bless each other. We bless the love that called us to its service. We bless, we bless, we bless. And we are blessed in return to the honor and glory of God. I give thanks that this is truly so.
And so
it is. Will you circle the sanctuary, left hands up, right hands down, in an unbroken circle of love? For yes, there is love on earth. Left hand up, right hand down.